Chris Patton and Luke Johnson back here with you from Arthur. For DouglasCountyDigest.com, we've got high school basketball. The Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond Knights have a 14-10 lead over the Tri-County Titans after 1 quarter of play. We've so far the leading scorer for Tri-County, Cyrus Ferguson, has 6, and then Drake Kirchner has 4. Those are the only guys in the scorebook for the Titans. We've got 4 Knights in the scorebook, led by Jeremy Plank's 5. Knights working it on offense here to start the second quarter. We commented between quarters about how the Knights have gone into the post more than we've seen them in the past games.
And I think that'll just help them get the shooters open on the outside, like right there, step in, dribble in right to the top of the key, kick it over to Tyler Schuring, probably one of the most deadliest three-point shooters you have in the LOVC, and you can never leave that guy.
Not afraid to shoot over a zone, is he?
He loves the zone. What are you talking about?
17-10, Arthur Lovington, Atwood, Hammond. Tyler Schuring now has 6, both on long-range shots. Tri-County working it around now. They've been patient so far. Let's see what they do here. They feed it inside to Andrew Donathan. He puts a couple post moves on, puts up a shot. It hits the back iron. Tanner Brewer gets it and throws it ahead to Tyler Schuring. 21 hands it out there for the Knights. Over to 10, Chris Davis. Into the post now to 4, Jeremy Plank. Schuring for another 3. It's good.
Yeah. And Tri-County's going to take a timeout after that one. That's his 3rd 3. You do not want him getting hot from the outside.
In a short amount of time here, the Knights have opened up a 10-point lead. It's 20-10. Arthur Lovington, Atwood, Hammond over Tri-County. And Blake Doreen couldn't watch it anymore, had to call a timeout and work on something new in the huddle.
I think they should stick with what they're doing, moving the ball around the perimeter. You know, you want post touches. You got a couple. I mean, they just missed that last shot. It was a tough shot. But, I mean, when you get guy catches it in the post, you can't just stand and watch it from the outside. You need guys cutting into the middle, pulling those defenders away from the perimeter so your three-point shooters have open looks.
Defensively, you know, they've been in zone look. Can they afford to try and do something to take Schuring out of the game? But, you know, that's when this deep cast of guys for the Knights can bite you.
Yeah, I mean, you could go man-to-man. I think they have the personnel to play man-to-man. The problem is, can you do it for the entire length of the game? I mean, Arthur they know their sets, they know where to go, they know where their teammates are on the floor, and they just, like we've said for the entire season, they just wear you down in all areas. And by the time you hit the last few minutes of the fourth quarter, you just don't know where you are most of the time. And
they have no problem sending people in and out. Fresh bodies on that bench. All right, Tri-County has the ball now, down 10, 6:30 left to go before halftime. They're going to go to the basket. Shot doesn't go down. Tip doesn't go in either for Dorian, and we're going to get a jump ball. Donathan, excuse me, put the shot up. Brandon Gitchie went to the basket. His shot didn't go. Rebound and follow-up for Donathan didn't go either. Jump ball, and it will belong to Tri-County on the possession arrow. Here goes, oh, fed it inside, didn't go. It's going to remain with Tri-County. Drake Kirchner took it in and dished it off to Donathan. He couldn't hold on, but was knocked out by Arthur Lovington. We're going to get a discussion here maybe, though, because the referee who was over here talking to Dale Schuring has now walked to the baseline to have a conference. And the man who made the call is very confident in his call because he won't be talked out of it.
I like your matchup of Kirchner and Schuring. Both the guys are pretty much the same. They're short, they're strong, they're quick.
And Kirchner has 4 points, but he's seen Schuring kind of up in his face much of the time he's had the ball. Doesn't now because Tyler's out of the game, but kind of wonder if on the other end they might need to replicate that. Three-pointer doesn't go down for Tri-County, rebounded by the Knights. Out top with 11, Avery Schrock. Number 10, Chris Davis has it now. Down into the corner to Hunter Cam. Pass fed through the lane, gets knocked away. Cole Garman wasn't able to pick it up. Tri-County ball. Titans going to try and cut into this 10-point lead of Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond. Thought about a three, then fed it inside. Donathan gets it, does a nice little up and under move to get a shot off. but he is fouled.
Great job. Good ball moving around the top, good penetration. Found the guy down low.
Avery Schrock picks up his first foul. It's also the team's first. It's rare that you get to this point of a game without having picked up a foul. 2 so far against Tri-County and just the 1 there against Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond. Donathan takes advantage of that and makes his first free throw. His first point of the night, 20-11. Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond. 5:26 left to go before halftime. Donathan getting ready for a second. And that was a little long. Ball batted around and corralled by Tanner Brewer. Chris Davis, Avery Schrock work together to bring the ball up the floor for the Knights. 10 Davis, back to 11 Avery Schrock. They're just going to work it back and forth. You got Tyler Schuring running the baseline there, and then you've got 3 Tanner Brewer and 13 Cole Garman kind of hanging out around the lane.
And I think Arthur's holding the ball too long up at the top. They need to either attack or pass it down low, one of the two.
Schrock found a little spot when he got his defender up in the air and decided to go. He couldn't get the shot to go down. Titans have looked a couple times like they were going to pull the trigger on a shot, but nothing yet. Drake Kirchner with it, gave it off to 33, Cyrus Ferguson. He's thinking about a long one, then thinks better of it and kicks it off to 41, Donathan. He's going to put on some post moves, but then dribbles right back out top. Eli Ferguson, 14 with it, 33, Cyrus Ferguson. Kirchner trying to find some space away from Tyler Schuring. 3-pointer put up off the front iron, no good. Nice hustle by both squads there. Job by number 13, Cole Garman, to box out and keep number 13, Damian Centers, away from saving it.
I think for Tri-County, Drake Kirchner needs to be a little bit more aggressive offensively. He's quick enough. He can get into the lane. He can pick 2 defenders coming up to guard him and keep him out, and then he can kick to open people or find somebody down low.
Feed right there for a little jumper from the free throw line for Tanner Brewer.
And the high post in the zone is always a killer.
22-11. It's now an 11-point lead for Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond. Tanner Brewer has 6 of those 22. Kirchner with it now, trying to figure out what to do. Finds 14, Eli Ferguson, into 41, Donathan. In and out, right back to him. Donathan's going to go to the basket, spin move, took a step, it went out of bounds, and I think he hit off his knee. That's the ruling of the referee along the baseline. It'll be Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond ball.
And Donathan's got some great footwork down low. He's made a couple of nice moves, just hasn't been able to control the ball once he gets in position to score.
He's twisting, he's turning, but most times when he does that, he's still running into Arthur guys. He's not shaking anybody free.
He's big enough and strong enough, though, down low. He can bang with Tanner Brewer down low. He's probably got a good 20 pounds on number 3 for Arthur.
Tanner Brewer has some height, but just doesn't have the body weight to go with it. We got a player control foul right there. We got a travel instead. Well, out of control going to the basket. I think that was 11, Avery Schrock. Turnover against Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond. Tri-County needs to try and cut in to this 11-point lead with 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Good offensive looks haven't been all that plentiful here for Tri-County. Shot there, goes off the back iron. When they do get a good look, it's hitting the iron. Schuring 21 with it now. He's going to attack, drive the baseline, kicks it into the corner. 3-pointer put up and no good, but Schuring gets the rebound. 21 back out top to 11, Avery Schrock. Schuring has it, gives it back to 11, Schrock. 2:30 left to go. Feed it inside there to 3, Tanner Brewer. 3-pointer put up and good.
Man, he was 5 feet behind the arc on that one too. That's a tough shot, but I mean, he's hit 3 before that. You got to come out and defend him from half court on in now. There's just, you can't let him see the open floor.
12 points for Tyler Schuring, all from behind the 3-point line. 25-11. The Knights have raced out to a 14-point lead over the Tri-County Titans. 2:19 left to go before halftime here on DouglasCountyDigest.com. Chris Patton alongside Luke Johnson in Arthur. LOVC cross-divisional game between two very good squads, and after the Titans got out to a 6-0 lead, the Knights have come roaring back.
Yeah, that was Arthur's theme there for a while, was, get down by 6 or 7 and then come back and kind of blow them out of the water a little bit. But I'll go back to what I said before. I think Kirchner needs to be a little bit more aggressive offensively, because he seems like the only one that really wants to dribble the ball a whole lot up top.
He had that nice move through the lane with that finger roll when he finished off early on in the game. Might need to see some more of that. We're going to get a foul against Tri-County.
Offensive foul, Tri-County, number 13.
Offensive foul against Damian Centers, his first, team's third.
I also think Kirchner being a little more aggressive will wear down Tyler Schuring if he has to guard him, make him work a little bit harder defensively. Maybe some of those three-pointers won't fall quite as often.
Knights with it on offense. Now they kick it over to Schuring in the corner. He thought about it, fed it inside to 13, Cole Garman. He steps through, tries to get to the basket. Going to get called for, going to get a foul drawn on him. He'll head to the free throw line. Damian Centers picks up his second foul in a moment of seconds. His second, team's fourth. Cole Garman going to head to the line. He's got 2 tonight. Going to try and get 2 more. First one is no good. Gets a little reminder about good form on his free throw from Coach Schuring.
Holding the shooting form after the shot release.
Second one, no good. Closer than the last one, but just kind of rolls out. Tri-County gets the rebound. Kirchner brings it across half court. Cyrus Ferguson with it, 33. He gave it to 13, Damian Centers. Kirchner, number 2, has it again, guarded tightly by Schuring. Eli Ferguson is 14. He had the ball and now dished it off to 33, Cyrus Ferguson. Foul against Arthur Lovington. It's going to be Tri-County ball under the basket. Foul on Cole Garman. His first, team second. Foul's not something we've seen a ton of so far in this first half. Tri-County with 4. Arthur Lovington, Atwood, Hammond with 2. Tri-County got it in, then gave it right back, and here we go, driving through the lane, and a shot blocked. Tanner Brewer swats away Drake Kirchner's attempt to get towards the basket. Coming right back down, and Jeremy Plank goes to the hole, and he puts it in. He's got 7, 27-11, 105 left to go before halftime. 16-point Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond lead. Tri-County with it now. 14, Eli Ferguson. 33, Cyrus Ferguson. 41, Andrew Donathan out top. Back to Cyrus. Donathan over to Eli Ferguson. 43 seconds left to go here before halftime. Drive to the basket, kicked it back out to Donathan. He's thinking about dribbling and driving, passed it off to 2, Kirchner. 30 seconds left to go.
Yeah, just everybody on the perimeter is not very aggressive. Nobody's attacking. They're very content with just passing around the perimeter.
Ball almost taken away. Doesn't go out of bounds. They're able to keep it. Coach Blake Doring calling out a play here. 10 seconds left to go before halftime. Tri-County needs to get something here after taking all this time. Drive to the basket. Runner is banked in, no good. And out of bounds off of Tri-County. The Knights are going to have it with 1 second left to go in the second quarter. 1 point in the second quarter for Tri-County.
Yeah. I said they're not being nearly as aggressive.
Schuring puts one up in the rafters, doesn't make it, and comes up short. We have played 2 quarters, and after those 2 quarters, the Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond Knights have a 27-11 lead over the Tri-County Titans. Come back with us for the second half of this contest here on DouglasCountyDigest.com.